Hey everybody.
Hey, we're back.
We're going to discuss Genesis 12, the call of Abram.
Yes, the call of Abram. So, at the end of 11, I know I had gone over 10 and 11 with you. The Lord called Abram out of Ur. Get up, take your wife, come with me to the new land that I show you. And that's our lead Bible scholar
Yes.
right here. He's got a lot to say.
He's liking it.
Yeah, so Abram took his father, his nephew, a whole bunch of people in his family, and they all left. Well, that was not exactly what God asked him, just him and his wife, of course, because his wife is his wife. So
He kind of changed it up a little bit.
He did.
Yeah. He made his own little...
he made his own little plan.
Rules. Yeah.
Like we always do. And he left, and they went to they went to Canaan, but there were still giants in Canaan, so they didn't stay there. They settled in Haran instead of staying in Canaan. He built an altar. He went to Haran, and they stayed in there for a while. Then in 12, he's going over, how the Lord blessed him. What did the Lord actually say? The Lord said, "Go from your land, your relatives, and from your father's house to the land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great. You will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you. I will curse anyone who treats you with contempt. And all the peoples on the earth will be blessed through you."
I mean, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
When he said he's going to curse anybody who curses you. Just everything that he promised. Yeah, for protection.
He's given him a lot. And I mean, Abram wasn't even believing in God. Like, he was like an idol worshiper.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
And God called him. God can call you out of any situation.
Anything.
If you've never, know his voice or heard of him, he can call you. And he called Abram. And Abram listened.
That's the main thing. He was obedient.
He had faith, great faith. So he did listen, except he didn't fully listen. He wasn't fully obedient, but he listened in faith, believing that he was God. Yeah.
Journey. Okay.
Yes. Then they journey on to Bethel, west of Ai, built an altar there to the Lord. And then
down to Egypt. Yeah. He stayed there a while.
There was a famine
in the land, was very severe. And when he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife Sarai, "Look, I know what a beautiful woman you are. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, 'This is his wife.' They will kill me, but let you live. Please say you're my sister, so it will go well with them because of you, and my life will be spared on your account." Wow. I mean, just to be telling your wife to pretend to be, my sister, to spare his life.
Yes.
Because of her beauty.
So we see immediately that Abram is not a perfect man by any stretch, and he's lying. He's lying.
I was going to say, he's already thinking, of how to get out of this and making up lies.
Protect him, because she is beautiful. And while that was a rational thought, it was he was not fully trusting in God
to take care of that. But he already tried to make his path and what he was going to do, thinking of his understanding. So we're going to see how that lands for him. Yes.
Yeah. So Pharaoh did see that Sarai was very beautiful, and he took her because they said this is my sister.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't Pharaoh's fault. He took her, and when he took her, he didn't just take her into the harem. He took her as his wife. So
and the women, I guess, were so obedient with things like that.
That was the culture. Yeah. That was the culture back then. And they had a harem, in Egypt. So she was one of many wives, but she was the duties of a wife. So that was just really taking things into his own hands. and trying to control the situation.
Exactly what he did. Yep.
So, Pharaoh treated him very well because of Sarai, just as he had predicted,
Yes.
I'll be treated well on your account. And he was. But what happened after that?
But then
The
after
Lord-
that, the Lord struck Pharaoh and his household with severe plagues because of Abram's wife Sarai.
Yeah.
So Pharaoh sent for Abram and said, "What have you done to me? Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Why did you say she's my sister, so that I took her as my own wife? Now here is your wife. Take her and go." Then go.
Please take her and go.
I mean,
Since we have a plague now.
we have all these situations going on
Yes.
because of this, because of your lies.
Take her back.
Then Pharaoh gave his men orders about him, and they sent him away with his wife and all he had.
Yeah. So, and not only did he give the wife, he gave servants,
Oh,
he gave...
The cattle, like
you'll see
everything.
all kind of stuff. You see that in the next
The
chapter. But
slaves,
like, he was like, get her out of
Camels.
here. There's plague. Like, please take it. Go. Take all the gold, the silver, the cattle, all this stuff.
He didn't want to have anything to do with him after that.
No, because even the Egyptians who don't worship
God.
Almighty God knew that this is messed up. Like, this is bad, and really didn't want anything to do with that. So they knew the power of God, and Abram did not fully trust in God to protect him. If he would have trusted for Abram to protect him, Abram could have possibly done something really big in Egypt with the Egyptians and let God take over.
But he didn't.
But he didn't. Yeah,
And then he gave his wife like that too.
I know. That's...
Yeah.
I've read that, so many times, but like I didn't, you kind of skip over words sometimes, and I really didn't think. I was thinking more, she's in the harem.
That's what I thought.
And she's just with a big group of women. But no, he took her
like
as a wife.
Mm-hmm. And then I think they had to be, like you said, submissive back then, and that was the culture. And
that was it. Yeah, they had to obey. And and a half truth is a full lie. So
That's right.
When he said, well, it is my half sister. No, but it is your wife. You're giving your wife away.
That's exactly what he did.
So this is the beginning of seeing what an imperfect man Abram is, which
yes, he is.
Which all of our Bible heroes are imperfect, broken men that God works through.
He still worked through with his mercy, his grace. I mean, everything with God's grace, and still chose, like you said, many of the men were all broken, and they had so many flaws, but God still used them for these important events in this Bible. Yeah,
and think about it, because when we read about it, we know the power is in God.
Yes,
it's not in these men, because these men do messed up things, all of them.
They do.
So, and that's just really reflective of us. None of us are perfect.
No, and God's just like,
and he's merciful.
He wants us to be obedient. It's hard. I mean, we all know that it's a struggle, but I mean, things just turn out so much better when we can rely on the Lord for things.
Yes.
Try to. I know we all have to try to. It's hard, but I mean, as we can see, as we read, and things would have worked out so much better. I mean, I think it would, but...
Yeah, but that's not the way with all of them.
No.
But God still has such mercy.
He does.
And he still he still takes whatever, he chose Abram. So, and Abram had a great faith. Even though he was not fully obedient and he lied, he did have a faith in him. So he worked that out through Abram, and Abram does become father of a great nation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And God does work huge miracles through him.
I love that.
So
in the end, and through this, so God, he's just working his, everything he has, he's just working through us. So we just have to be obedient, and we don't know. We have to lean not on our own understanding.
That's right.
And it all works out. It does.
Somebody said, I can't remember who it was, they said God can take a crooked stick and make a perfect perfectly straight line.
Oh, yes. Oh, who said
And
that?
I can't remember. It was somebody on TV. I can't remember. Somebody
That
probably
is so
famous.
true, though.
But
It
yeah,
is
it's
so
such a
true.
good analogy
Yeah.
because really we're all bent up
We're
and
bent
broken,
up and
and you know,
broken.
and he can still make it perfect, like he does work through Abram, and do great things through Abram as he does with all of them.
All of us.
Yeah.
He does that, yes.
And it's for his glory.
All for his
So that
that's
we can
right.
see
We can't
it
forget
is
that.
God.
We can't
It's-
forget it's for God.
It's not us, you
'Cause we wouldn't
know.
have anything without him.
That's
It's for
right.
him, for sure.
That's right. So that concludes chapter
Yes.
12, and then we'll learn some more about Abram. We get ready to go into chapter 13.
We have a lot to go through.
Yeah, so it starts to get, chapter 13 is Abram and Lot separate. And that Lot is his nephew. So
All right.
That's
moving right along.
moving right along, and we'll
Hope
be
y'all
back.
enjoyed our inspirational quotes and Genesis 12, and we have a lot more to do, so we appreciate some comments.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like and share, and we will be back with chapter 13.
All
Love
right.
you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.